Hello, dear viewers, welcome to our channel. Today, we will talk about the Israeli spies who hold top positions in global tech companies, most of whom belong to Unit 8200, which is one of the most important components of the Israeli Military Intelligence Directorate. Global companies, including Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, are collaborating with the Israeli military by providing technical support in the war of extermination it has been waging against the Gaza Strip for about 11 months. This support includes providing artificial intelligence services to develop its operational capabilities and enabling it to store infinite amounts of data for use in the war. The role of these companies is not limited to their departments and joint contracts, but also extends to many of their prominent employees and managers, who previously served in Unit 8200. Unit 8200 is one of the most important components of the Israeli Military Intelligence Directorate. It was established in the mid-20th century, and its goal is to intercept and decipher information to provide warnings to the Central Command and the General Staff. The unit's first steps date back to the 1930s during the British Mandate period, when several entities were established to collect information and decipher codes. Many youth groups were interested in the matter, and under these circumstances, the unit was established and was known in the media as the Central Collection Unit. In late 1948, these groups merged, and Unit 8200 was established. It moved to Jaffa and consisted of strategic listening teams and mobile units, and its operations began under the supervision of Mordecai Almog and Abraham Ilani. The unit's main task is to collect primary information, develop information collection tools, and update them continuously, as well as analyze and process data and provide information to the relevant authorities. The unit often operates from within combat zones. During the past decade, the unit has occupied many departments in operations carried out by the Israeli military, which required material and human resources. However, the unit's primary task is to collect electronic signals, known scientifically as SIGINT, which enables the unit to listen to any conversation, read any electronic message, or even intercept it. Unit 8200 soldiers can obtain various information, such as the location of enemy fighters, through interception. During the escalation of aggression against the Gaza Strip in 2014, Israeli army representatives contacted many civilians to inform them to leave their locations because they were about to be bombed. In most cases, the information about the location and phone numbers came from Unit 8200, according to the Israeli Channel 12. The unit also contributes during wartime and participates in almost all military operations, including targeted assassinations and identifying enemy locations during war through information received through its listeners. Unit 8200 is not an ordinary unit, it is described as the Israeli National Security Agency. It is currently located in a massive base near Beersheba in the Negev Desert and is the largest unit in the Israeli military, as well as one of its most prominent. According to an investigation by Mint Press News, the brightest young minds in Israel compete to serve in what is described as the Israeli Harvard, and its members are put through daily tests described as a matter of life and death. They are trained to learn continuously through experience and error. Training on the use of the latest technological means in the fields of international espionage and cyber hacking is a daily task for thousands of recruits in the unit, which provides them with the skills and experience needed to build their own companies later on. This makes global companies compete for them after they finish their service. Researcher and analyst Aviva Leiden of Gartner says, this surge in the cybersecurity industry in Israel is attributed to entrepreneurs with military backgrounds, who served in elite Israeli units specializing in cybersecurity, and then brought their military experience to the private sector. There are no laws that set limits for unit members on what they can use, technically or professionally, in order to protect Israeli cybersecurity. The occupation of the West Bank and control of the Gaza Strip also provide what is similar to wide, free, and secure testing grounds for testing the technologies used or developed by Tel Aviv, making them almost perfectly ready for internal use or export to the world. Hundreds of former Unit 8200 members have reached influential positions in many of the world's largest tech companies, including Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and others, according to a Mint Press investigation. According to the LinkedIn platform, there are currently at least 99 former Unit 8200 members working at Google, although this number certainly underestimates the scope of cooperation between the two organizations, as it does not include former employees of the company and does not include those who do not have a public account on the platform. This number also does not include those who have an account but have not disclosed their previous affiliation with Unit 8200. Therefore, it is likely that the actual number is much higher, as the investigation found that former members are explicitly prohibited from disclosing their affiliation with Unit 8200. Between 2010 and 2016, Gabriel Goidel served in Unit 8200 and rose to become its education chief. He led a large team of agents who examined intelligence data to understand patterns of hostile activists, as he put it, and conveyed this information to their superiors. It is unknown whether this included any of the more than 1,000 civilians from Gaza killed by Israel during its bombing of Gaza in 2014. Goidel was recently appointed head of strategy and operations at Google. We should not forget Amy Palmore, one of the most influential people at Meta, and a member of the 23-person oversight board that decides what content to accept on the platform and what to monitor and stop. Palmore is a former member of Unit 8200 and served as the Director General of the Ministry of Justice. She worked on establishing the Internet Referral Unit, which was established to force Facebook to fight Palestinian content. There is also Eyal Klein, who served as the head of data science at Facebook Messenger from May 2020 until September 2022. He previously led a team of 20 data scientists and managers and was tasked with solving privacy problems for Meta platform users. Klein also worked in the notorious Unit 8200 for 6 years as an officer. Among them is also Jonathan Cohen, who was a team leader during his work in Unit 8200 between 2000 and 2003. Since then, he has spent more than 13 years working at Google in various high-level positions and currently serves as the head of the Insights, Data, and Measurement Department. Cohen was a team leader during his time in Unit 8200, 2000-2003. Since then, he has spent more than 13 years working at Google in various high-level positions and is currently the head of the Insights, Data, and Measurement Department. Microsoft, the giant company based in Seattle, also relies heavily on former Unit 8200 members to design and maintain its global security device. Examples of this phenomenon include security researchers Leah Yeshua, Yogav Strit, Johnny Maram, Maytar Pinto, Yaniv Carmel, and Gilran Zabkevich, a threat protection program engineer, as well as data scientist Daniela Polig. This recruitment included threat intelligence officer Itai Grady, security products manager Liat Lisha, and in the cases of Maram, Carmel, and Pinto, they directly transitioned from Unit 8200 to the Microsoft team, which again indicates that Microsoft is actively recruiting from the unit. Other Microsoft security products, such as its antivirus program and cloud programs, were designed and maintained by former Unit 8200 members, including former architect Michael Bargori, Chief Software Engineering Manager Shlomi Haba, Senior Software Engineering Managers Yaniv Yehuda, Asaf Israel, Mihal Ben Yaakov, and Senior Product Manager Tal Rossler, as well as Software Engineer Adi Griver and Product Manager Yael Ginnett. Despite all the technologies used by the unit and the wide tools available to it without restrictions on the West Bank and Gaza, and its high standards for selecting members, it failed to predict the Aqsa flood operation launched by Hamas on October 7, 2023. The Aqsa flood operation was described as a major intelligence failure for Israel, and the Israeli military itself acknowledged that it noticed strange movements in the Gaza Strip on the night of the operation, but there were no intelligence warnings. This was similar to what happened on October 6, 1973, when many of its elements fell into the hands of Syrian forces, causing Israel to lose its eyes and ears in Syria. This led to a comprehensive development of the same tasks, and the unit became a comprehensive technical educational academy, not only for the exceptional skills its members possess or learn, but also for the elite of Israeli society. One of the unit's mistakes was the revelation of the secret identity of its commander, which is subject to great secrecy, as he plays one of the most sensitive roles in the Israeli military and leads one of the most powerful surveillance agencies in the world. A simple mistake, as described by experts, led to the exposure of the identity of the head of the Israeli unit and artificial intelligence strategy engineer, Yossi Sariel, after a book written under a pseudonym revealed his Google account, according to an investigation published in The Guardian. The embarrassing security breach, as described by the investigation, relates to a book published by Sariel on Amazon, which left a digital trail of a private Google account created in his name, along with his unique identifier, map links, and calendar profile files. The newspaper said it confirmed through multiple sources that Sariel is the secret author of the book, The Human Machine Team, which presents a radical vision of how artificial intelligence is changing the relationship between military personnel and machines. The book was published in 2021 using a pseudonym consisting of the first two letters of his name, Brigadier YS, and provides a blueprint for advanced artificial intelligence systems used by the Israeli military. Thank you for following us. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.